Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Now I would like to confide about curriculum development in language teaching. Before I tell you more about curriculum development in language teaching, I would like to highlight some points. First, the origins of language curriculum development, and two, from syllabus design to curriculum development. 3. Need analysis. 4. Situation analysis. 5. Planning goals and learning outcome. 6. Course planning and syllabus design. 7. Providing to effective teaching. 9. The role and design of instructional materials. And last, approaches to evaluation. Okay, so first, the origins of language curriculum development. Historical background. A syllabus is a specification of the content of the course of instruction and lists what will be taught and tested, while syllabus design is the process of developing a syllabus. Then, curriculum development is a more comprehensive process than syllabus design. It includes the process that are used to determine the needs of a group learners, to develop arms or appropriate syllabus, course structure, teaching methods and materials, and to carry out an evaluation of the language program that result from this process. Many methods have come and gone in the last 100 years in pursuit of the best method, as the following chronology illustrates, with dates suggest periods of greatest dominance. 1. Grammatical translation, 1800 to 1900, and so on. The oral-based method, known as the direct method, which development in opposition to the grammar translation method in the late of the 19th century, prescribes not only the way a language should be taught, with an emphasis on the exclusive use of the target language, intensive question and answer teaching techniques, and demonstration and demonstration to communicate meanings of words. It also prescribes to vocabulary and grammar to be taught and the order in which it should be present. Vocabulary selection. Vocabulary is one of the most obvious component of language, and one of the first things applied linguistics turned their attention to. And next, but frequency is not necessarily the same thing as usefulness, because the frequency of words depends on the types of language samples that are analyzed. The most frequent word occurring in samples of sport writing will not be the same as those occurring in fiction. Other criteria were therefore also used in determining words list. These include 1. Teachability, 2. Similarity, 3. Availability, 4. converge. 5. Defining power. The procedures of vocabulary selection lead to complete of a basic vocabulary that is a target vocabulary for a language course, usually grouped or graded into levels such as the first 500 to the second 500 words, and so on. Grammar selection and graduation. The need for a systematic approach selecting grammar for teaching purpose was also a priority for applied linguistics. From 1920, the number for any scientific structure in the language is large, as is seen from the contents. The following principles have been used or suggested as the basis for developing grammatical syllabus. 1. Simplicity and certainty. 2. Frequency. 3. Subject and verbs ellipses. 4. Tails. 5. Reporting verbs. 6. Learnability. Next, number 2. From syllabus design to curriculum development. In language teaching and learning, two terms are known. They are syllabus design and curriculum development. Syllabus is a specification of the content of the course of instruction and lists what will be taught and taught. Curriculum development is a more comprehensive process than the syllabus design. Number 3. Need analysis. There is an issue which is been the subject of a future research, that is, most learners of EVL do not actually have any needs at all. They are learning English because they have to, rather than because they want or need to. This is particularly true of young learners who are not going to need to communicate in English for many years to come. In such cases, the teacher is unlikely to be able to create much intrinsic motivation to learn English in general, but create that need in a engaging classroom task in which the student need to find a way of communicating in English in order to successfully complete the task. Number 4. Situation analysis. The goal of needs analysis is to collect information that can be used to develop a profile of the language needs of a group of learners in order to be able to make decisions about the goals and content of language course. However, other factors apart from learner needs are relevant to the design and implementation of successful language program. Language programs are carried out in particular context or situation. Project factors. Project factors are complete under different constraints of time, research of personnel, and each of these variables can have a significance on a project. There should be significant members in the project team to do the job, and they should represent a balance of skill and expertise. Next, planning goals and learning outcomes. It was suggested in Chapter 1 that early planners of English language course saw purpose of language teaching as self-evident. It was sufficient to state that the goals of a course was to teach English. The ESP movement argued that this approach was inadequate and that is in order to teach English it was necessary to find answer to much more specific question. What kind of English? At what level of proficiency? And for what purpose? Okay. Several key assumptions about goals characterize the curriculum approach to education planning. This can be summarized as follows. 1. People are generally motivated to purpose specific goals. 2. The use of goals in teaching improves the effectiveness of teaching and learning. 3. A program will be effective to the extent that its goals are shown and clearly described. Next, course planning and syllabus design. The course rationale at starting point in course development is a description of the course rationale. Planning the course structure. The next stage in course development involves mapping the course structure into a form and sequence that provide a suitable basis for teaching. Some of the preliminary planning involved will have accurate will ideas for course content were being generated. Next, providing to effective teaching. Providing to effective teaching is focused on how quality teaching can be achieved and maintained, and in a language program, quality teaching is achieved not only as a consequence of how well teachers teach, but through creating context and work environments that can facilitate good teaching. The following issues will be considered. 1. Institution factors. 2. Teacher factors. 3. Teaching factors. 4. Learners factors. And the learning process. Learning is not the mirror image of teaching. The extent to which teaching achieves its goals will also depend on how successfully learners have been considered in the planning and delivery process, the following factors may affect how successfully a course is received by learners. Next, the role and design of instructional materials. They may take the form of printed materials such as books, workbooks, worksheets, or readers. And the last, approaches to evaluation. Curriculum evaluation is concrete with answering questions such as this. It focuses on collecting information about different aspects of a language program in order to understand how the program works and how successful it works, enabling different kinds of designs to be made about the program, such as whether the program responds to learners' needs, whether further teaching training is required for teachers working in the program, or whether students are learning sufficiently from it. And I think enough about my presentation now. Thank you for the time that has given to me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.